Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jay Hollingshead, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. Welcome to consecutive episode number 322 of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Today is pillar number 1, and we will be discussing, well, today is Sunday, day number 1, which we will be discussing pillar number 1 of 7, awareness and mindfulness. Awareness and mindfulness. And before I do my roll call, today's topic is going to be mindful of your words, okay? Be mindful of your words and be aware of where your words place you. Be mindful of your words and aware of where your words place you, all right? So everybody that's tuning in right now, you know how we do it, 9 o'clock on the dot Eastern Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. that is. So here we go. We got my wife, Lisa Hollingshead, tuning in. I appreciate you, babe. Love you. And we have D'Angela Michelle. D'Angela, you've been catching the last couple of episodes now. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're getting back on the train again. I appreciate you as well. Also, we got my daughter, Jaleesa Hollingshead, watching. My other daughter, Bree. My big brother, AJ Arthur Hollingshead, watching. I appreciate you, man. I really do. So those that are watching on repeat, I appreciate you as well. While we are doing roll call, somebody else just jumped in. We got Doreen Harper. What's up, Doreen? I appreciate you for tuning in as well. Thank you so much. All right, those that are watching, thank you. If you're watching this on repeat, thank you. So without any further delay, let's jump right into it and get into being mindful of your words and where your words, be aware of your words. Let me get this right. Be mindful of your words and aware of where your words mentally place you. All right, check this out. Let's say you've just gone through a horrible experience. I mean, a bad experience. It's so bad that it's got you all ticked off. You're mad. You're upset. You still got steam coming out of your ears. The experience was just that bad or just that traumatic. So when you experience that, when people come around, what do they say? These famous 2 words, what happened? Okay? Now let's look at those words. What happened? Especially the word happened. The fact that the word happened has an ED on the end of it means that it's in the past. It's past tense. So when you've gone through that traumatic experience and somebody says, well, you've gone through the traumatic experience, you're still upset, you're still ticked off, you still got steam coming out of your ears, and somebody says, what happened? Okay, that means it's in the past. So why are we still ticked off? Why we should be happy? Why should we be happy? Because it's in the past. The ED on the word happen means that we are no longer experiencing, no longer going through that experience. So we are still upset. We're still mad. Why are we still upset at that circumstance? Why are we still mad at it? Because we still exist mentally in that place. We're still existing mentally in that circumstance, even though it is over, even though it is no longer taking place. We're still there in a place where we were uncomfortable and upset, instead of being in a place now where we can be better than we were when we were upset. So, and we do this a whole lot. I see and hear of a lot of people saying, well, this is the anniversary of so-and-so's death, or this is the anniversary of when somebody, almost carjacked me, or this is the anniversary of this and anniversary of that. So I'm thinking like, okay, we are celebrating, traumatic experiences when we do that. Okay, we're celebrating these traumatic experiences, and every time we do that, we give energy to these traumatic circumstances that we're celebrating. We're giving energy to them, and when we give energy to them, they become alive, they become real. And when they become alive and real, we actually relive the same, or re-experience the original feeling that we felt when we went through it before. So we are mentally putting ourselves back in the past every time we celebrate that as an anniversary. And when we do that, it's like you are scheduling yourself to relive this because it's an anniversary. You're scheduling yourself to go through the anxiety. You're scheduling yourself to go through the high blood pressure. You're scheduling yourself to deal with the pain of going through that experience. You are basically resurrecting it. And when it takes you through all of that pain, the high blood pressure, the anxiety, the whole nine, it's doing that because you gave it permission to do so by saying come back every year. And also that you gave it power to do so by coming out every year. Oh, my big brother Dave Hollister. What's up, man? I appreciate you for tuning in as well. Give a shout out to Pastor Hollister, my man who's taught me a lot about what I'm doing right now. So when you celebrate these traumatic experiences, you give these experiences permission and power to do that to you. You give them permission and power to hurt you mentally. So now when we do this, when we celebrate these traumatic experiences like the anniversary of this or the anniversary of that, two things can happen. They can uplift you or they can tear you down. Here's an example. So we be aware of reliving these experiences because like my experiences, I got 5 mental disorders that I deal with. But as a child, my symptoms were horrible and they were off the chain. I couldn't bear them as a child. It was painful. It was traumatic. But every time I go out and do a public speaking event and tell my story, I relive these events. But when I relive that pain, I relive that trauma, the pain and the trauma, that's energy. That's the energy that I use to uplift me and empower others. That's what I do. Okay. Now, sometimes it can uplift you or it can tear you down. You can relive this over and over again. It's your motives and your intentions for reliving it. I relive it to uplift myself and empower others to be able to uplift themselves through their traumatic experiences. But if you're doing this to go through the pain of, if you're doing this just to relive it and remind yourself that you went through this, you are constantly tearing yourself down and you are regressing. You're not growing from that experience. You haven't learned anything from that experience to propel you and lift you up. So that's what happens when you relive that experience in a negative way and a positive way. But before I end, be mindful of these 3 words or phrases and be aware of where they put you. I was, I am, and I will. Past, present, and future. Was, am, and will. So when you say I was, yes, you're talking in the past tense. You're talking about where you were, what you've done, what you've dealt with, what you've come through, what you have overcome. Now, if you constantly living in that and you're saying I was more than you're saying I am, then you're not making progress because you're living in the past and not living in the present. Now, if you're saying I am more than you are saying I was, I am is a powerful statement. Those words bring power to whatever it is you're talking to, and they transform you into whatever it is you're talking to because it brings that into the present moment. It brings that into the here and now, which is the I am doing, or I am here. Now, not I was. So your I am is the present. Now, I will. A lot of times we keep saying, I will do this. I will do that. I will do this. I will do that. I will be great. I will be great. One day I will be great. You know what? One day I will be great. You keep saying that over and over and over and over. You are pushing that greatness out every day. Every day you wake up, I will be great. You're pushing that greatness out. And you'll never get to it. So speak into the presence. Let those words mentally put you to the I am. I am great. So you're bringing that greatness into now to where you are great. So that's basically all my time. That's my short, brief 10 minutes of episode 322 of 365. I am Jay Hollingshed, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.